Get it?
Yeah, I get it. And they couldn't figure it out because I was trying to download music off Apple Music and then I had to convert it from an M4 or an MP4, M4P
MP4.
to an M.
You said it right. MP4.
No, this was a
Okay.
M4P.
Okay.
Or no. Yeah, M4P. And I had to convert it to an MP3, but I couldn't convert it. I tried on Audacity. I tried on Adobe. Couldn't get it. So I went to IT. And he's pulling up my terminal on my computer and downloaded FTT PEG and trying to figure it out. Spent 2 hours, couldn't figure it out. On Wednesday, my assignment was due Friday. And so then
yesterday. No. 2 days ago.
Yeah. And then I talked to one of the girls in the class. She was like, "Oh, I just downloaded it off of here." And I was like, "Oh."
All right. Well, good morning, everybody. That was Paige's little rant on IT. Kind of caught it midstream. But good morning, Terry. Good morning, Scotty. How's it going?
Morning, y'all.
Morning, Cub. Morning, P.
What up?
I said good morning.
Oh. So we got Rusty in the gallery.
Good morning, people.
He's kind of bummed he's not in the camera, but you know.
As long as I get to eat, I ain't bummed.
We're making ham
And I
soup.
love vegetables. Oh, you call it ham, but
Yeah. So y'all, when we get done with this, y'all can decide what we call it.
It's ham soup, Dad.
I call it vegetable soup.
I call it vegetable soup.
No, Cub calls it ham soup.
Because you don't call chicken noodle soup, you name it after the protein. Beef stew is called beef stew because there's beef in it.
Yeah, but vegetable beef soup is vegetable beef soup. What ham soup would be vegetable pork soup.
No, it's just ham
It's
soup.
vegetable soup.
Ham soup.
Well, I guess you could substitute ham for pork if you wanted to.
Well, ham is still pork.
Yeah, but I'm saying like you couldn't. Ham is different, a different cut of pork.
Yeah,
You couldn't put like pork belly into this soup and it'd be the same.
It wouldn't definitely not be the same.
You know, like you couldn't put pulled pork in there and it would be different, but it wouldn't be the vegetable soup.
It'd be vegetable soup with a different type of pork in it.
Well, like minestrone, like Scotty's saying, there's no mine or a stone in it.
I don't know what minestrone soup is, so
Well, we'll have to make it then.
is that a northern thing?
No, that's like an everywhere
Ham
thing.
soup. Even Tom says it's ham
What is a
soup.
minestrone?
It's
Wait a minute, is that simple as just a bunch of
I'm not in
beans?
this argument.
Mom just says.
that's a 15 bean soup.
Okay.
Minestrone's got like a
Happy
little
Thanksgiving
bit
Eve,
noodles in it.
Eve.
She ain't texting me. Today, so.
I
You're
don't know
gonna
what
get
that
it.
is.
Mine
so
came in first.
Olive Garden.
I don't need Olive Garden.
Yeah. How can you have vegetable soup with ham when it? Okay, so Tom's on Cub's train. All right. I mean, it makes in her. She has a valid point. I mean, it's a valid point. Chicken noodle soup is chicken and noodles, right?
It is.
Or chicken chili was chicken
Chilling.
and chili because it's not chili, but it's not hamburger chili. Like regular chili's not hamburger chili.
I'm glad I started this.
No, but if you're
But
using
if you
deer,
change-
if you're using deer, it's deer chili.
Yep, it'd be venison chili, or you use brisket. It's brisket chili. So I don't know. How do you all do it? Do y'all label your soups by the protein? I don't know. Anyway,
You can always read the can. The can on the shelf at the grocery store, it says vegetable soup.
but
Or
it doesn't
says-
have ham in it.
But it's a vegetable beef soup. Yeah, there might not be ham, but there's the beef. It's vegetable beef soup.
But that's just the broth. It's like if you have
No,
beef
it's the whole
stew.
thing.
The can, sweetie.
Oh. But it's like if you have beef stew, you just call it stew with potatoes and onions. That just sounds nasty. So I
Whoa.
name it after the protein.
Scotty, what in the heck? Candy cane ribs?
That could be good.
Now, are you talking like melting down candy canes for a glaze?
Or put like rolling the ribs in candy cane.
Oh,
take
that
candy-
would be terrible.
Like you take candy canes and you crush them and then you. Well, it
No,
depends.
no.
You don't like peppermint ones,
I
Dad,
don't-
But
I
if
don't,
you got
but-
like
Maybe it's
the
just
dill
adding
pickle ones,
peppermint
man, I'll
extract
put
in
it
his barbecue sauce or something.
Or smashing candy canes and putting it into the rub.
So you take control.
I'm intrigued, Scotty. I'm really intrigued. It could go.
Wait,
Go
it's
to
not on yet.
Texas and say
I'm not
chicken
on it.
chili, and you'll most likely end up in jail. If I go down to Texas and I tell them I put beans in my chili, we're probably scrapping in the parking lot. I mean, that's just, it's a Midwestern
it's
thing.
on.
Well,
Well,
also
you got to turn that one.
I got time. So
fact
never mind. It's not on.
about that,
You'll hear it.
my wife's sister, she lives in Texas. Whenever we went out and visited,
There
you
you go.
have two options. You buy chili, you have chili with beans or without beans. And we probably went to four or five different restaurants, and that was the option. And you could just have chili with beans or without, whichever you
Yep.
wanted.
Now, here's my theory on
Low,
chili
medium, high.
with or without beans.
Wait. Low, medium, high.
Probably medium.
Just get it going.
Oh, I got it going.
You got. Let me see your flame. That's good.
Okay.
So here's my theory on the Texas chili. So that would have originated from the cowboys, taking the herds of cattle, like the cattle drives and all that stuff, going west, going south, and they would make chili out of, and they would use any protein that they caught or harvested. But the beans they saved for another meal. So that's why they didn't put beans in chili, was that gave them a whole nother meal to have beans off to the side. So they could make like a bean soup or just baked beans on the side. Like not as a side, but as a separate meal. That's just my theory.
Because Kent Rollins was talking about, because he did a lot of those cattle drive cooks with his chuck wagon and all. And he said the reason that they put beans in the chili was to stretch the pot to feed all the cowboys.
Well, that's what we do in the Midwest. That's why we added beans to our chili, was to stretch it.
Right.
So my theory on the Texas though was that they do that as a separate meal.
But Kent Rollins, he said that the reason that he adds beans to his chili is to stretch it so he can feed all the cowboys.
Yep. So that's just, my 2 cents. Whatever. Scotty, I lived in Texas 3 years. The chili had beans in it too. Okay. At least at all the places he ate. Beef jerky chili was big. Well, yeah, that was because that was the protein that was available. They always had a sack full of jerky.
Right.
Because it was easily to transport and stuff.
And very light.
Yeah. So, okay. So, Cub, tell us about your ham soup.
It tastes good.
Okay.
What's that?
So, several years ago, when the kids were little, Mom and I were trying to find ways to stretch a buck. And we were single income at the time, feeding 5. We were trying to stretch a buck. And I came across, I made a chili recipe, and they really liked it. So what I did was, instead of buying all the ingredients individually for chili, and then you add the chili powder and all that stuff, I said, look, you got V8 juice, which has got all the spices in it. You got salsa, which has all the vegetables that you're going to chop up in it. And for about the same cost as a jar of salsa, is about the same as onions, peppers,
Right.
tomatoes, all that stuff. So I went with that, and that's my base is the tomato juice and salsa. And then we had a big bag of frozen vegetables. We're making a double batch right now. We're getting ready to. But I had a bag of frozen vegetables and ham, diced ham, and that is a vegetable soup. And they really liked it, and it's become kind of a staple, something the Cub really enjoys. So, and everybody that's tried the chili that I start with, the tomato juice and the salsa, or the V8 juice and salsa, really like it. I mean, it's already seasoned, so I don't have to do anything to it. You add your 2 cans of, you strain and rinse your beans. You add about 4 cans of beans, 2 light, 2 dark, a pound of ground beef, browned, and then there's your chili. Super simple, budget friendly, and this stretches. We're making a double batch, 1 because I wanted to use my big pot, and 2, I could freeze some and Peg can take it back to college. As she's like zoned out. But I thought she could, we could put some in a quart bag and freeze it, and she could take it back to school and have a little bit of, a meal or 2. You can go ahead and start dumping in.
But it's not hot yet. Like it's hot, but it's not hot.
It'll be all right. Because you don't want to scorch anything when you put it in there. Yep.
Do you want to put that one in?
So normally,
Like put this in, I'll put this in, and we do the other ones.
and then save a little bit of the tomato juice so you can rinse out the jar.
Yep.
So normally it's just in a crock pot. It'll be 1 big jar of salsa, and
it's not hot yet.
1 big jar of salsa. Whoa! Turn the heat down. That's good.
He says it's hot, but it's not hot.
Yeah, it's not hot enough. Normally it's 1 gallon or 1 64-ounce jug of V8 juice. This is a store brand. And then
Okay, hold on. Before you start, give me this.
1 big jar of salsa, a pound of diced ham, and the 1 pound bag of frozen mixed vegetables. That's it. And then you just let it go until it reduces and reduces to your thick. Bloody Mary time. Yeah. I bet a Bloody Mary mix would be good in here instead of the V8 juice. Try not to splash there, Cub.
Whoa. No. Gotta save some to rinse out that jar.
Yeah, this.
Okay, I'm just saying.
That's enough. That's what you want.
Yeah. Bloody Mary time. Yeah, I bet Bloody Mary mix would be good in here. We'll have to try that one time. Do a Bloody Mary vegetable soup or ham soup. What do you think, Cub?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm kind of intrigued to try that Old Bay Bloody Mary mix, just to try it. But I don't drink Bloody Marys.
I don't either. I don't like the taste of the Bloody Mary mixes and stuff. I just don't like them.
So maybe in a chili it'd be good. Speaking of chili, our friend Wes, I got him entered in a chili cook-off December 7th.
And where is it?
Right downtown. So downtown, our local, we have a big festival, Christmasville, and December 7th they're doing the Reindeer Romp 5K, which the wife and I are going to sign up to do, and then we're going to then that afternoon is the chili cook-off. I thought about trying to enter it, but with doing the 5K first, the wife's like, so I'm going to see if Wes wants some help and go up and kind of, because you have to serve the public. Go ahead and add the ham and the other stuff. So I got the big double bag of veggies. Now, when I say budget friendly, it was like at the store yesterday, each jar of salsa was like $5. The tomato juice, like store brand V8, was like $4 or $5. The ham was like $5, and that big bag was like of vegetables was like $3, $2.50, $3.50, something like that. So, you're talking under $20. You've got a meal for the a couple days. And since seeing how we're doing a big thing, for 5, 10, about $25, $30, we're gonna have a lot of meals. So, I was going to sign up for a 401k, but couldn't run that far. Yeah. Unfortunately, the my current position at my job, a struggling YouTuber, doesn't offer 401k. I thought about entering a chili cook-off, but it's next Saturday during the Teton game. Be busy. Yes. Scotty, that's not funny.
What did Scotty say?
Yeah. Anyway,
I've had to deal with a lot of Michigan people this year. My roommate is a Michigan fan, and we have our spits and spats. My boss at work
I can turn the heat up just a little bit.
is a Michigan fan, and she hadn't said anything about whenever I wear my Buckeye stuff. I finally said something to this guy in my class who wears Michigan stuff every day. I said, respectfully, your team is ass. Respectfully, no hate to you. I've held off all semester to say this, but your team sucks.
Yes. Well, Tom, in this house, it's Teton, the team up north.
Yeah.
That's yeah. I don't like saying the other word.
Yeah.
Go Badgers! I'll tell you what, Wisconsin's they're 500 this year.
Yeah.
They're not that bad. So we were watching. I got a message from my brother. What's up, Mandy?
Hey.
Not everyone can be perfect.
I know, I try to fix people, but they don't want to be fixed.
What happened to tolerance and acceptance?
Who said that?
That went out the window.
Who
About
said it?
20 years ago?
I think Elon Musk shut that down the other day. If you know, you know.
Oh.
Wham!
If you don't know, enlighten me.
So Elon Musk went on record and bashed the show The View.
Right.
Bashed him pretty bad and said that X is no longer a place for the what's the I don't even know what all the letters are for it, but
LGBTQ.
No.
the woke.
It's-
The woke.
The woke.
X is no longer a place for woke content.
What?
Yeah.
Elon, we love you, buddy. We love you.
So,
It's so funny hearing people oh, I used to be on Twitter every day, and now it's just a woke place where you just look at something and then bam.
yeah, everybody's bitching about everything. Anyway, so that's where what happened to tolerance and acceptance.
I've spent all my semester being tolerant.
But
accepting. I'm over it.
I got this message last night talking about the BYU game.
Mm.
Now I didn't know what was going on because I went to bed early, and after the Buckeyes game, I went out and started messing around in the garage and had to run to the store. I just had stuff to do, and then so I wake up and I'm looking at this. Hey, what happened with the BYU game? So I know Pay doesn't know. Now I know Rusty doesn't know.
So what's BYU acronym for?
Brigham Young University.
The what?
Okay.
So
Whatever.
they were playing Arizona State, and there was like seconds left on the clock, and they basically it come down to the team like turned the ball over with 1 second left, but the fans stormed the field.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
And it took them like
Yeah.
13 minutes to get all the fans off the field to play the 1 second.
It was like 20 seconds.
No, that was the Bama game.
Oh,
Bama, Oklahoma.
The
They did
Bama
that.
game was.
Bama got beat bad.
Yeah, I found that out this morning that Bama and Oklahoma
Whooped them.
handed it to them. And
It was like 24.
they stormed the field with like 20 seconds left.
It
28.
seems to me that they could build some type of a barrier to keep all those people from
But
touching
their
on the field.
goalposts, they put the goalposts down. It was open season.
Yeah,
What do you
no,
mean
so
open
he's
season. I mean,
No,
why are kids running
once-
onto the field?
Well, it's their so from their student section. Once you put the goalpost down, it's game is over. Do what you want. Run on the field. So they were putting the goalpost down.
the fans took the goalpost down.
Oh,
I saw some video that there was people walking with a goalpost down the street or something.
Yeah.
That's happened many a
I mean,
time.
I don't understand. That seems to me that would be
Pickles is in!
so easy to stop from happening.
what
I
up?
mean,
What's up, Charlie?
He was up on X.
Oh,
Charlie
What's up
the
on
sweet
X?
gherkin.
I
Yeah, don't.
mood.
So yeah, you can keep stirring and let them all see the ham soup. Did you get both things of ham in?
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
You didn't want
she ain't forgetting no ham.
It's ham soup.
So that's been around for years.
You did not just disassemble.
Fortunately, I've not been a
disassemble
part of
that
it.
chunk.
yes, I did.
It's kind of like when they were
Look at the camera.
when
This is
Cleveland was the last game before they moved to Baltimore. The fans were like taking stadium seats and carrying them out of the field, out of the stadium. I mean, there's just too much that too much for the cops to stop it. Too much going on.
So USC had their burning of the Clemson Tiger.
Yeah.
It was horrible. A lot of people fell. 2 people got caught on fire. Because every year before they play Clemson, they make this like statue of their mascot, and then they burn it, and everyone's on the football field for it or whatever. And multiple people went to the hospital because they got burns. The platform like fell on people.
Dang. Seeing to think, we used to jump over fires. We used to get tanked and then start jumping over fires. But these kids, man, they can't. Yes, maybe I will. She started the other day with
7 Eves actually before we even got home.
I couldn't even say read it without what the hell.
So, Mama, before Thanksgiving, however many days till Thanksgiving, she says Eve. So, today is Thanksgiving Eve.
No, it's Eve.
4 Eves. Yesterday
Monday,
was 5.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay,
That's
so 4, yeah.
So tomorrow will be Happy
Uh,
Thanksgiving Eve, and then Eve, and then
So
Eve.
so Tom doesn't understand. They torched a tiger.
So it's
Yeah.
basically what we're gonna do to Teton. If you watch the video of where we ate their mascot, it's like the same thing.
That was several years ago, and
But still.
that was kind of cool because I took a turkey and I had it in like a pelt, like a fur, and then I act like I cut it open, and I'm like, this is
This is when Dad actually made skits, aka Peyton helped him.
yeah, we tried. And then I act like I cut the pelt open and open it up, and we dissected I say dissected. We cut up a turkey into all the parts, and then cooked it. It's an older video. It's way in the back. Yeah, we used to. I mean, I'm telling you, man. Back when we were in school, going down to Ohio State for the weekends, we would flip cars. We would tear down fences. I mean, all kinds of crazy.
We can do it. Just do it better than he did.
Well, no, because like your generation's going to catch on fire. You guys are going to pull a muscle and then try to sue the owner of the car for buying a heavy car.
Okay, well, actually, I don't know who you think has money to sue, but not no one I go to school with.
Yeah.
I'm so sure we can't do the stuff that you did the same way you did, and we said so we gotta do it better than you did.
You got to do it differently.
We gotta add a little twang on it.
So instead of flipping cars, we're just gonna slash tires.
Yes, we can put glitter in the gas tank kind of thing. I mean,
yeah, you don't want to be destructive.
It's not destructive.
You were flipping
That
cars.
was flipping a car and not destructive.
Like you have rockets.
Boot nanny.
It was different when we were. Yeah, y'all carry cameras with y'all now. We didn't have those.
And we also got ski masks.
Yeah, we had no evidence that we did this stuff.
Yeah, Mandy, you're a part of this. From what I hear.
The good kid.
No, she was the good kid, and
she was letting y'all know when cops were coming.
She was the good kid, and you know, was the buffer.
It's simple.
She was the buffer to Grandma. So Grandma did. She would let us know if Grandma found out. We had a lot of that stuff was going around too.
Manny said I did not attend.
She did not. Most of the time, it was the guy cousins.
That makes it a lot more sense.
That would go on these
excursions,
adventures.
These side quests. That's what Manny.
Out of coffee, I'm getting more.
They would go on these adventures, and Mandy would let us know if Grandma found out, because then we were in trouble.
Me and Courtney go on a lot of side quests.
Yeah.
Then we get in trouble.
Although Mandy, my wife gets a kick out of every time Jeremiah Smith has a play that I'm texting you guys. It's a little inside thing that what's up, Bat 13? That so when we were over there, her husband Mark, he's a big fan of Jeremiah Smith, who's a freshman for Ohio State.
Happy birthday, Jared.
Yep, happy birthday. And the way he's like, man, you got to go to Jeremiah M.F. and Smith. And he kept saying it every play. So as a joke, I text him every time Jeremiah Smith has a play. I text him Jeremiah M.F. and Smith, or I send a picture with that written on there. So it's just a little funny thing. Yep, I thought about that this morning, Mandy, that it's Jared's birthday, and I kind of miss that guy. Yeah.
Testosterone rampages.
It does when you get a bunch of guys that are in their early 20s and come out of a cornfield and are heavily intoxicated.
Or you just go to the right roads, the right alleys, and you get a whole rally of people to come do sketchy things with you.
You'd be surprised when you're down on High Street and you got a couple guys that are like wanting to flip a car, and we're talking like small cars. You know, like the Pontiac Sunbird was kind of like a big. On the bigger side, we're talking like the smaller ones. Not like a Rabbit, but like a Dodge Omni or something like that, little hatchback.
Corolla?
Yeah. That's what we're talking about. You know, Honda Civic hatchback. And you get a couple of them rocking it, and then next thing you know, other people join in. You've got like 20 people helping you flip it.
Well, like there's a place in Columbia where like you can go down there and you can start something, and then a bunch of people are just going to take over for you, so you don't get your hands dirty whatsoever, but you get what you want it done.
Yeah.
It's great.
Alcohol, testosterone, and stupid AF, not a good mixer. No, but it gives you a great story.
Wait, I wanted to get a picture of that.
That does give you a good story. Speaking of Jared, he was with us in quite a few adventures. He was mainly the driver for us, the getaway guy.
Oh, so he was like, I'm not getting my behind caught.
He would start to get in it, but then he was like, nope, I got to be the getaway guy. He would he'd be on the lookout for us. And he was another one that would let us know because his mom would talk to grandma all the time. So if his mom said something, then he would be like, "Hey, you guys are in trouble." Yeah, because if we got a call from grandma about our shenanigans, it was kind of a big deal.
But yet you're scared of Grandma Janie.
Well,
I'm telling you, we need them chairs.
It's not fear, it's respect.
Yes.
No, it's fear.
No, he won't sit at that table.
Her kitchen table, I won't sit at.
No, you want a chair from outside just to sit at the table with us.
Yeah, her kitchen table, I got in so much trouble and so many lectures, and I mean, it was
You
it
missed
was bad.
Pickle's comment.
Way too much.
Testosterone
And
stupid AF not.
Grandma doesn't remember any of it. Of course, she's 94, but
it's a great.
she doesn't remember any of that. She's like, it never happened. I was like, really?
I was never chewing you out.
Oh, man, my dad even remembers, and he laughs because I won't sit in a chair like at our house. Like if they're all sitting around the table, I will purposely not sit in one specific chair. The one by the front porch door.
Yeah.
I will avoid and go sit on a chair on the outside of the room. I'll bring a chair in from another room and sit down in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think it's a little bit obnoxious.
It is, but
it's a fear for him. It's a fear.
She could still beat him up today.
That
would surprise me.
That one seat at her table brings back so many bad memories. And so many butt chewings that
yeah. Me too, Pickles. Pickles said I was a good kid in college.
That is probably a lie.
No, see, you gotta be a good kid in college. If you're bad, you're done.
He was probably the Pauly Shore of the college group.
Yeah, like
son-in-law, where Pauly Shore's in college.
That was a
The
great
weasel.
Wheezing the juice.
Yeah. Anyway, watch Son-in-Law and you'll understand.
Just look it up on your streaming sites. Great movie.
Yep.
I just watched Step Brothers for the first time.
That's a good movie.
I'm not a Will.
I've never seen that.
I like Will Ferrell.
I'm not a Will Ferrell fan.
I
am not.
And
he
I
did
also
really
watched
good.
Dumb and Dumber for the first time.
He did really good in Talladega Nights.
Yep.
But I think that might be the only movie that Old School was pretty good. But I'm not.
I hated Old School.
I couldn't watch it more than once or twice.
Elf is my favorite Christmas movie now, and it's because of the great job that he did playing Buddy the Elf. I mean, I bet you I've already seen that movie 3 times this season, and it's not even Thanksgiving.
I'm not an Elf fan. I could care less for that.
I love The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, I could care less about that one.
He wasn't in that.
Nope.
No, but she's just saying.
No.
It's my favorite Christmas movie.
But whenever he was doing Talladega Nights, I was manager at I was with the company Spartan Computers, and I had to go to the Applebee's in Gastonia on Franklin Boulevard, remove all of their computers, and install all of their fake computers from the production company, because whenever they were sitting down in the dinner scene at Applebee's and he was arguing with his dad and stuff like that, all those computers that are there in the restaurant are fake, because I had to go remove the real ones and hook up the fake props.
Yeah.
And
it's Elf.
I was like 5 minutes late getting there, so they had guys had already started taking stuff down. Well, I missed a great big old speech. Make sure your phones are turned off, and so my phone was on.
Well, that doesn't matter.
Teresa called me during the middle of their shot, and then I said, "Oh, well, shit!" And I'm picking up my phone, and Will Ferrell, he looks at me. He says, "Go ahead and answer. You've already fucked up our film."
Effed up.
Yeah, effed up.
Film.
He said, "You've already messed it up. Go ahead and answer it."
Well, now we're into R-rated. Thanks, Rusty.
Peyton started it.
Now our YouTube's R-rated.
But that was a funny, and that's something that me and Teresa will have forever. And Will Ferrell cussed us out for messing up his shot. And the shots, I mean, the scene was supposedly pitch black at night. They had 18-wheelers from the production company lined up everything, and they took gigantic blankets and they covered up the whole entire restaurant from the outside. So it was pitch black because no light could get in. I mean, it was really neat watching the production.
Gotta take the puppy out. So, Scotty, I'm really intrigued with these candy cane ribs.
We gotta start with that.
I'm thinking like a white rub and a real dark rub, like a red rub. I don't know how you'd get white, but or you're talking like smashing up candy canes and putting it in the rub, or are you talking about a candy cane glaze?
Or is he talking about putting a glaze on, like a maple syrup glaze, like binder, and then rolling it in candy canes, and then cooking it?
Yeah. Enlighten us, Scotty. Inquiring minds want to know.
We'll have to wait for the video.
I know. Oh, he said, that's where he just said, top secret. LOL. So, hey, I don't know if you like candy canes that well for me to do a rack of ribs like that.
You could pick your candy cane. You could have a dill pickle candy cane. You could have an eggnog candy cane. You could have a turkey breakfast candy cane. I saw those on TikTok.
I never have to eat a candy cane rib, and I will be fine.
Yeah. So you just said dill pickle candy canes, and what was the last one?
Turkey breakfast.
Turkey breakfast candy canes. I've not seen those, but I was on the hunt because I watched Polly Detmer. He did a pizza review of a DiGiorno Thanksgiving pizza.
Oh, now Dad.
It's a frozen pizza, and it
Guys, look at his coffee cup.
Cub got me a new coffee mug.
So, funny thing.
No.
That's not your coffee
It's
mug.
Mom's.
It's hers.
It's mine and Mom's.
Oh.
But I needed you to use it because I knew you were going to use your Yeti, or one that's been in the show 1,000 times. And I thought you were going to wear your Yeti pants. That way it could have looked cooler. But you don't have them on.
Well, now I'm kind of disappointed.
Oh, the only reason why she said, "Oh, Mom, I got you a new one," is because Mom wouldn't use it, so Nola could have it all to herself.
So this frozen pizza, it was a real thick crust. I called it, I think it was a Detroit style or something, Chicago style. It was it had a lot of crust, but then it had all the Thanksgiving stuff on it, like turkey. Like I think the salsa was a gravy, and then it had turkey and cranberries and stuff on it. So it looked interesting, but I looked around and I haven't found it here. So I've got about 2 stores you have to check, a Harris Teeter or Publix, and see if they have it. But nobody in the house wants to try it.
Yeah, I wouldn't even attempt to try it.
Well, I know, yeah.
Pepperoni, mushroom, and onion.
That explains. I mean, I know Rusty wouldn't try it, but I think it'd be interesting. And yeah, I hope the Gallery Backyard Barbecue doesn't steal your idea, Scotty, because Tommy does a lot of that. He'll steal Scotty's ideas.
You have to clear it out.
What did you do? Spill it? You filled it way too full, didn't you? Yes, you did. All right. So he always steals my ideas. He does. Charlie actually agrees with Rusty. Nasty. I'm out on that too.
Awesome.
I think it'd be kind of interesting. I don't know. Intrigued. I'm kind of intrigued just because of something different. But I had the whole video planned in my head, getting the frozen pizza, cooking it on, turning my Vortex into a pizza oven, and cooking it on there. But I don't know.
You're gonna be home.
We'll see.
You're gonna fight.
I think it'd be a waste of $6 for the frozen pizza, but we've wasted a whole lot more money than that on some stupid stuff.
True. How's the soup coming, ladies?
Delicious.
Soupy.
Looks wet to me.
That's crazy.
Is it starting to bubble?
No, not yet.
Oh, turn the heat up a little bit. We gotta get that boiling. Now, normally when I put this in the crock pot, it's there for, about 4 hours. So it kind of really reduces. Yeah. So it really reduces. There's a Thanksgiving dinner soda pop.
I saw that.
Did you?
You saw that, and you didn't buy it for us and try and freak us out with a taste test?
No.
And not tell us what it is? And
No,
say,
because
don't
I know.
tell me what you taste.
I do that to them. No, because I knew that if I had it, I would drink it before just to see what it would like.
She'd have to buy two, is what she said.
Yeah, the idea of like what it could taste like would just completely like distract me from what I bought it for. Like yesterday, me and Courtney, we saw a can like not a candy corn, but like just a kettle corn one, and we tried it. Disgusting.
Yeah, Mandy gave me some popcorns to try that are all different flavors.
We tried a dill pickle soda. That was just no. And then we tried a sweet kettle corn one. That one was bad. She liked this one, and it was an eggnog soda.
Ooh,
I like eggnog.
No,
I cannot stand eggnog.
it tasted like eggnog, but it was like carbonated, like Sprite.
Oh, that sounds.
And I took one sip of it, and I looked at her. I said, "Bleh," and I threw it out. I could not.
Whenever you go running with Doug Pitt, ask him how much was Rusty like his eggnog. I had a little too much of his eggnog, and and it was to the point where I wanted the whole pitcher in front of me, glass after glass. I mean, his eggnog is really, really good.
It is like a kid-friendly eggnog.
Oh no.
That makes more sense.
That makes more sense because regular eggnog is not good.
There's an eggnog moonshine.
I would try it.
Yeah,
We saw that where we got the Eggos.
The Eggos one.
I didn't try. I don't drink, so
They had a birthday.
I didn't try that one. I mean, the jar looked cool.
Also,
like the label.
fun fact. Brown bottles, like things that are in like brown glass bottles and jars, they do that so the sun doesn't make them bitter and go sour.
Nice.
Glad you know that.
Yeah, the more you know.
Reading Rainbow. Take a look. It's in a book. It's reading Rainbow. I can't do it.
Yep, and then he went on to play on Star Trek.
Yep.
Jordy.
Yep.
Did you see that they changed all of the kid shows we watched?
Yes, I'm not.
Bro, they changed
So,
SpongeBob.
Backyardigans.
They changed Backyardigans.
Dora.
Right, Dora.
What
is
about the
insane.
Wiggles?
The Wiggles.
Insane. They changed
The Electric Company.
They no. They changed the creepy ones with the little.
Teletubbies.
Yes.
They're
How did
changing.
they change them?
Do you remember what they looked like then?
Yeah.
Now they look completely opposite.
Oh, they changed the look of
Yeah,
the
completely.
characters. Okay.
So like the animated like Backyardigans, we used to, you know the show Backyard. We used
Yeah,
to watch
yeah.
it all the time.
You guys watched it all the time.
And
Now
mine is
they
Papa.
changed the songs, they changed the introduction, they changed the characters, like how they look. It's not the same.
The Nihai Cowland that I used to watch. The little Japanese girl.
Oh, yeah.
Her best friend was a tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah, they changed her. Now she white, like white.
Well,
Change
I mean,
ethnicity.
And the tiger is now just like a mange cat. Like
Oh.
they changed it.
Well, how did they change SpongeBob?
Let me show you.
Oh no. Is this the Pickles barbecue rendition
No,
where he's all cracked out?
they just look More like a kid animation.
Okay.
More bobbleheady.
So, just for references, this is the SpongeBob that we
and love.
This is the SpongeBob that we know and love. Hold on, now I got to turn my brightness down so they can actually see. This is the SpongeBob that we know and love.
Okay.
This is the new SpongeBob.
Can't see it. It looks the same to me.
Yeah, I don't see nothing different.
He's more squared and more boxy.
Look at them.
I don't
know.
The only thing I see is like more definition.
Let me see.
Like-
Hold on.
Like adding, like going from 720 to 4K.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what I see. I was just teasing, Charlie.
And then, this.
Oh no! Here we go.
Hold on, now it needs to load.
All right, so
All right, here we go.
okay.
This is what Dora looked like, right? You all remember Dora?
Yeah. Well, she's grown up now, so she'd be like in her 20s.
Why is this Dora?
Oh, because she grew up.
No.
Then you have the kids.
You can't stay 7 forever.
Then you have the kid cartoon of Dora
Yeah, that's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
when she looked like this in the 2000s.
Yeah,
But she has on her backpack.
but she got 4K. She got 4K.
Or?
That's crazy.
4K, Rusty.
Okay.
Come back to PG. Come back to PG.
That's crazy.
Anyways,
I mean, I do click. This is not for kids, so
you don't put that in there.
I do.
She
It's
went
a
from
requirement.
that
Like you have to click that on your YouTube when you put it up, when you post a video. Update all the motor. What's that?
Nothing.
Modernized all the characters.
Yeah.
Modernized.
Modernized?
Well, but I think that's what is that what it is?
They update stuff and modernize all the characters
Modernize.
out of it.
See,
So-
my dyslexia is reading modernized.
What does modernized mean, Dad?
I don't know. That's why I was like, I don't understand that. But okay. So Thanksgiving's coming up Thursday.
Yeah.
What are you guys looking forward to?
Sleep.
Getting all my turkeys cooked.
I am looking forward to spending time with Jordan's family and pickle things.
Pickle things.
You go home. You know what you should do? You should make a montage of you cook them.
Yeah, you should make a little video on your pickle things.
No, like,
So tell us what the pickle things are.
The pickle things
Because Rusty's going to ask, and so is
are
Charlie.
dried beef with cream cheese and
Charlie's
sweet
think there's
gherkin,
something else.
and you roll it. I used to call them pickles in a blanket because they're basically pickles in a blanket. But we only make them on special occasions, mainly only Thanksgiving.
And Christmas.
Yes, sometimes Christmas, depending who's in town. So Thanksgiving, Christmas is the only time that we really have them. I had a Friendsgiving and I made them, and now I get to have them again, and they're 2 times in a year, and I'm the only one that makes pickle things the right way.
You and Dad both eat half of them before anyone else can.
Well, that's
Yeah.
not our fault. They just don't get to the plate.
Yeah, you got to taste test them.
Duh.
So Charlie's going to try sticking to small words. It was the way that it was spelled. The R and the N look like an M.
Now, what kind of pickles do you use?
Sweet
Sweet
gherkins.
Okay. I think that sounds good. I would like it, but I would want dill spears instead of the jerky.
You know what
I
I
don't like
miss?
the. I don't
It'll
like
be too
jerkies.
tart.
You know what I
It's
want to go to the
like
store and
so-
get that your daughter showed me?
What's that?
The dill pickle tahini and the fruit bowl.
I don't know how she can sit at a table and she can go through a whole darn jar.
And I don't like pickles, but that was good.
Oh, yeah, tahini is
So-
top.
I want you to
Charlie
try
says that sounds good. These things are pretty addicting because you get the the saltiness from the
And
dried beef,
And the sweet from the cream
sweetness
cheese,
from the cream
and the
cheese,
pickle.
and then the
Mandy
crunch from the
said
pickle.
I use dill,
Yep.
I'm a sweet gherkins girl.
and she said tart is good.
Because I think that's
Yeah,
not,
I like
would,
sweet.
I would try that with dill spears.
I didn't like it with the dill.
We've done it with dill.
Yeah, I
She's
did
not
the
a fan.
baby dills, and I didn't care for it as much as I did the sweet. But
Okay.
I also gravitate towards sweet pickles anyway, versus like a regular like dill or what's the other kind of pickles, the hamburger ones, the bread and butter. Like I don't get into all those.
I can't stand bread and butter pickles, and I can't stand Jergens. But other than that, I mean, I love dills.
Go bite on the gherkins. Those are a childhood favorite of mine.
Mandy doesn't like the sweet ones.
I used to eat a full jar.
What's
of
up,
sweet
Keto Mike?
Mandy.
Hey,
Mom
Mike.
said,
Good morning, buddy.
Mom said Mandy knows me so well. When Mandy said tell Tanya happy Thanksgiving Eve.
Well, Mama's actually at work right now, and because her job requires her to work a major holiday, ... being Thanksgiving or Christmas is the only major holidays. She chose to work Thanksgiving, so she's kind of bummed that she has to work Thanksgiving morning, and she's going to miss the Thanksgiving Day parade. But
she can watch it at work.
But she's like, I already got
Mama.
plans for Christmas, so
Is that something that she watches every year?
Oh,
every year we make
big
we
news.
make a big deal out of,
So
like,
this week
we could almost tailgate the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. That's how she's into it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this week I get to go to CN2, our news station, and talk to Mr. Steven Stone. Hello, how are you? And talk about an internship / part-time job for December. And then if I do good, then I'm going to try and carry it over to the summer.
Ooh, that'd be awesome.
I'm about to talk to him this week about it, just to make sure we're on the same page, so I can start working.
I mean, you can do it
Yep.
Tuesday.
The Thanksgiving Day parade, that's something that Teresa grew up with,
I'm off
watching
at
every year.
one.
And she actually watches that. But I'm always in the kitchen cooking and stuff. I could care less about the parade myself, but it's always on because Teresa watches that every year.
Yep. Me and so the lady's house we've been going to for Thanksgiving. Me and her daughter would sit down and watch the Thanksgiving Day parade for several years now. It'd be on, and her and I just sit back on the couch, and we'd just kind of like half asleep, and she'd be coloring or whatever. And what's up, Honey Badger? Yep, missed the live. I did catch part of it later on. James has been doing a lot of live cooking on his channel, so congratulations, James.
Hey, Pickles.
Yep.
You're cool, bro.
I don't know if I have James on mine.
So, Faye, you did a Friendsgiving.
Yes.
We had one yesterday.
I'm with Rusty on the parade. Paige watches it. Cooking while Paige watches. Yeah, well, my wife had got to the point where she said, you cook all year long, take the day off. Which is really, she just doesn't want me in the kitchen because I do it my way and it's not the way she grew up with, like the flavors she grew up with. So that's why I get kind of booted, which is okay.
What is James's age?
Oh, yeah.
Look up Cast Iron IRL. Got my turkey and noodles ready for Thanksgiving. Mandy, I almost made that this morning. I almost made that the live. So Pay doesn't know this, but my Aunt Darcy, well, you know her noodles.
Yeah, I know.
She makes noodles from scratch, and she roasts the turkey in the oven, pulls it, makes this amazing turkey and noodles.
Mm-hmm.
And that is like a staple in Thanksgiving when we all get together. Like if Aunt Darcy isn't going to make those, there's no sense of going to Thanksgiving. It's that good. And
All right, just add
but and Darcy's sitting. She's passed on the how to make the noodles, but I haven't got there yet.
So she has like a making noodles from scratch.
Yeah.
The bad dough and everything.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So I have that recipe, and Mandy found a store brand that is very, very close to Aunt Darcy's noodles.
Oh yeah.
So she turned me on to them, and I bought like when she said, "Hey, these are the ones," and she sent me a picture like years ago, but I haven't done anything with it, like to go find them. We were together a couple weeks ago, and she said, "Here's the store brand." I bought 4 bags. Like I was like, I'm stocking up, and my wife was like, "Oh yes." We came home that next week. I cooked the turkey, and we made the noodles. And I'm telling you what, delicious. And it's one of those that transports you back to that time where I felt like I needed to be wearing a sweater that Grandma picked out just to be able to sit down and eat dinner. Like, because my grandma would do that. So, I was going to make those noodles today for this live, but I think we'll do that another time. Turkey and noodles, never tried it. Sounds good. Oh, man. Mike.
So it's like chicken noodle soup except for you use turkey?
Sort of.
No.
With a lot less broth.
It's just like, it's kind of like chicken and rice, but instead of rice, it's.
And my wife throws it on mashed taters. Like that is the only way she'll eat it is on mashed taters.
Wow.
But it's good it's delicious by itself. Mom would make chicken and noodles they were to die for. That's right, we're lazy. I'm getting lazier and lazier. Like I might make them one time just to say I did it, but I'm lazy. How are the noodles done? If you make them from scratch, I don't even know because I don't make noodles from scratch. But these ones are kind of like egg noodles, but they're not the egg noodle brand. But they're not keto, Mike. Did you kill her for the recipe, Tom? Ooh. Dad kept stopping me. Kaliski noodles? I have to look and see what the name of it was. All right, Terry, have a good one, buddy. He's probably already gone. They restocked this week. I have 4 bags and took another to Cali. Ooh, nice. Yeah, we
My legs got cold.
I've got like 2 bags left. 2 or 3 bags. I don't know how many Mom made. But yeah, I put some of the turkey up that I cooked when we got back, and I got it in the freezer, and I just made some turkey broth the other day. So yeah, it's about to be lit. I'm telling you. I almost made it today. That would have been a great Dutch oven cook. How's our pot going?
Good.
Pot's looking good. Smelling great. Yeah. Let's see. So, Cub, you got to work this Thursday, right? You're working the whole day.
When you get off? I don't work the whole day. I work. I think it was 7 to 11.
Okay.
Should be home by 12:30 in the morning. 12:30 in the afternoon. I work 7 to 11 at night. Okay.
Oh, wow.
And it's almost an hour away, so I should be home around 12:30 on Thanksgiving Day. Oh, that ain't bad. No, but like, I mean, it's not gonna be bad, especially this woman. Like, It's not gonna be bad. I'm truly just sitting there waiting for. So a lot of the times, like with our people, they're fall risks, so you can't leave them alone or leave them unattended. So I'm only there for a little bit of time, and then someone else is gonna relieve me of my position, and they're there from 11 to 8 a.m. and then somebody's there from 8 a.m. to.
Right.
So they have basically 24-hour care, 24/7 care. But I'm truly just gonna help her like get into bed and like get her laid down, and then I just sit there and I can sit because I know her. I can sit in the kitchen. That way I can keep an eye on her to make sure like she doesn't fall or like up.
Okay, so this is the name brand of noodles that I use. Miss Miller's is what Mandy found, and they're an old-fashioned egg noodle. But it's not like egg noodles. Ooh, I missed all these comments. But they're not like the egg noodle brand. Better with mashed potatoes. Yeah, I don't do the mashed taters. I put a little bit of black pepper on it, or a little bit of my Cajun. Thin egg noodles, yep. Thanks for the sub, Rusty.
Yes, sir.
James. He's been doing a lot of live cooks, and I've been really digging it. You know, showing off the cast iron a bit, and talking more cast iron, and yeah.
Oh, Dad.
Cub, can you tell your boss she's having vision problems and can't see herself being at work today? Well,
no.
She doesn't wear a hearing aid, so she probably could.
I wear them at my clients' houses because my clients speak very, very quietly. And no, because we have only a certain amount of days we can call off for the year.
How many have you used?
I took off the 1st and the 2nd of December to take her back to school. I took off Black Friday, and I had to take a week in December for Thanksgiving. I mean, not Thanksgiving, Christmas.
What you doing Friday?
Black Friday shopping with Mom, Peyton, Jordan.
Oh.
Is that a hash paddle? Where's the hash paddle? Well,
no, the hash paddle is the one that Jordan made.
Well, so it's
That's
actually
not
up behind Peg. No, Mike, that was just a regular spatula that we were using as a hash paddle. Here is my hash paddle that my daughter's beau made, and he made the paddle, and I just wood burned the word lettering on it yesterday. So I do have a hash paddle now.
Dad.
Whoa. I don't see my ass. Glaucoma.
Wait, Dad, leave that on there. I need a good picture of that. That's a good one.
Yeah. See, Mike's used that one a few times.
You know what? I bet he has.
So yeah, I do have a hash paddle now. I've got to touch it up a little bit as far as sanding, and then I'm ready to seal it. And I was looking at the linseed oil, but it was a big jug for like $20, and I said, man, I don't know. That cutting board oil is food grade mineral spirits, so I'm probably just going to use that, and then that way it's done because I already have it. I've got like a bottle and a half, so yeah, I'll probably do that. I baked them, lots of butter on top. Oh, nice. So after he does his mashed taters, he bakes them with butter on top.
Yeah.
Whenever I make mashed taters, which is not very often anymore, I would take the tater, throw it into the KitchenAid mixer, and dump in a bunch of butter, and then mix it in. Mm-hmm. But okay, so Pay, how was your Friendsgiving?
It was good. Very hectic at the beginning because I had told some people to be there at this time, to be ready to eat at 6, and people either weren't there or their food wasn't made, so it was kind of hectic.
Which you kind of expected that.
Yeah. But I made pickle things and then got drinks for everybody. We had rotisserie chicken because it's cheaper and we're all college kids. And then we had like mac and cheese, green
Bean casserole.
yes, green bean casserole, mashed taters, salad, just kind of hanging out, chilling. Apple pie, apple crumble, pumpkin pie, a whole bunch of good stuff. Oreo truffles, just kind of like whatever anyone wanted to make. It was really good. We had stuffing. Yeah, we just hung out, chilled, talked, ate, and then I kicked everyone out around like 9.
So let's do a poll real quick. And everybody in the chat, you're welcome to chime in. Pumpkin pie or sweet tater pie?
Sweet tater.
Neither one. If I'm gonna eat a pie, it has to be an apple pie. I will not eat pumpkin. I will not eat cherry. I mean, I do not like any other pie.
She's my cherry pie.
What about you?
It depends.
Charlie says neither. Mandy says neither. Given between the two,
Sweet tater.
Keto Mike says pumpkin.
With pecans or walnuts on top and marshmallows.
Ooh, so you want more like
A
a
sweet potato
The
casserole.
yam.
love cherry?
It depends, because it depends on who makes it and what they put in it.
Yeah.
Because I love the people that be cooking for Thanksgiving, but sometimes they can't cook it, and I don't like it, but I have to eat it because they made it and they put it on my plate, and now I gotta eat it.
And if I'm at the store and I'm going to buy a pumpkin pie or a sweet tater pie, I'm probably going to buy a sweet tater. Something I learned in the South, and I like sweet tater. But it doesn't seem like Thanksgiving without pumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for those who do eat pumpkin pie, do you put honey or whipped cream?
Whipped cream.
If I was gonna eat
Or
pie,
Cool Whip, I mean.
if I was gonna eat pie, I wouldn't put none of that crap on it. I mean, I would have a piece of pie and that's it. Just like cheesecake. I love cheesecake. It's probably my favorite dessert food in the world. But I don't want strawberries and blueberries and all that crap on it. I just want a piece of cheesecake.
Nah.
I do like a good cherry pie. I'll tell you that. I like, you can turn your heat down a little bit so it can simmer. I like both this year making a mock apple pie. How are you making a mock apple pie?
You use crackers.
Yeah.
That's an old recipe from the 20s during the Depression era.
You use crackers and it'll make like the.
Instead of apples?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I want to make?
So it's a cracker pie?
Yeah, but it tastes like apple pie. You add cinnamon and like nutmeg or something.
That's an old Depression era recipe.
Yeah, because it was cheaper than apples.
Pumpkin for Jordan. What's up, Jay? Wear a mock turtleneck while you're making it, Tom. A fake turtleneck.
Cup better not
First
eat at
fake apple
Charlie's.
pie.
Lord knows what he put
Okay,
on
that
the
wasn't
plate.
funny. Anyway, Cub better not eat at Charlie's. Lord knows he's putting on her plate. Yeah.
You want to know what I want to know how to make. You want to know what you.
So yeah, my aunt does honey, and my brother would do honey, and I mean it was loads of honey, and that's the way I grew up with it was honey. But I know people that put a tub of Cool Whip
Mom.
onto a little wedge,
Mom.
like a little thin wedge of pumpkin pie.
And this is the first time I ever heard of putting honey on it. I
Really?
mean, that's just not something that we do down here in the South. It's always, Cool Whip. But
Homemade whipped cream, not Cool Whip. Ooh,
How do you make that?
somebody's getting
as in
fancy.
whipping cream, get your hand mixer. That's it.
That'd be more like things.
Yep.
I got called out in Just Prowl's live stream. What? What did you say in Just Prowl's live stream? That's the lady that does Hardcore Carnivore, by the
Yeah.
way. Okay, so what was you wanting to learn how to make?
I want to make. I don't know what it's called. I do want to make peppermint bark again this year because spending $20 for a small thing is just insane. It's like the saltine crackers and you lay them on a cookie sheet.
Christmas crack.
I want to learn how to make that.
We'll come over because I'm making about 6 batches because
When?
that's whenever you want.
Because I thought about that. Okay. I thought about that last night. I was watching TikTok and I saw a video on it. And I was like, I wonder if I have the stuff to make it. And then I go downstairs and we don't have any of it. And I was like, I don't even know how to make it. Because I didn't actually, I looked at it and then I texted the group chat. And I was like, do y'all know how to make this? And they said, no, now go to bed.
Well, I make that every year at the holidays. And I mean, it's just something that everybody really loves. I got to make so much of it because I go to the Dollar Tree and you get those little metal Christmas tins that they have for $1. And well, $1.25 now. But I get those and I fill those slap up. And Teresa takes them to work, gives them to all of her friends at work. Tamara takes them to work. All of her employees in her office. Last year, they were actually sending me money to make them their own complete batches that they didn't have to share. So, I mean, that stuff is really good and really addictive.
All right, Tom. So your mock apple pie, it's odd that Rusty's actually heard of it and knows about it. Just kidding. But so it is, for the pie itself, it's water, white sugar, cream of tartar, buttery round crackers.
Ritz.
Yep. But I'm just reading off the thing.
Yeah. And you just,
cinnamon, lemon juice.
Yeah.
And a pie shell.
Yeah. That's so you can mix all that stuff together. Cream of tartar, it helps it get stiff. So whenever it bakes, it makes that like nice clean-ish cut.
Okay.
In the pie. And then the crackers make the same. They, because they're wet, they do like the same like as like apples where they're kind of just mushy. And it tastes like apples whenever you eat it because of the cinnamon and the lemon juice.
All right. Well, we'll save it and maybe we'll make it and shout out Tom. It does exist. I've got it. I found it on allrecipes.com.
You can also find it on TikTok. Josh's mama on TikTok.
Okay. He has a frother that gets it done fast for your heavy whipping cream.
Yeah.
Cub, what are you doing?
I'm responding to my boss.
I've had cracker apple pie. Very good, tastes like an apple pie. Well, we're going to have to try it out then. And if I get fancy, or I get paid to get fancy, if she could make Mandy's version of old-fashioned cream pie, that stuff is amazing. So there's a restaurant back home called The Spot, and their pies are amazing. And one of their pies is an old-fashioned cream that is amazing.
Okay.
She's got the recipe and sent it out to us. And her son makes it, and it's killer.
If you want to know more about The Spot, go on my Instagram. There's a post on there.
Yep, we did a little video on it. It is killer. And she just said it's Jay's favorite.
It sounds good. I never heard of it.
Oh, man. And Jay makes it wonderful. Let's see. Mom tweaked it a bit to make it even better. Okay, well, how did she tweak it? Official recipes on Ritz Cracker website. Okay. We'll look that up. Maybe I'm missing the point. Why not just use apples?
Because
in the Depression,
day,
you didn't have apples.
It was cheaper, and you're living buck to buck. You kind of have to use crackers, and it'll fill you up so you don't get as hungry.
But did they use saltines?
No.
Mm-mm.
So they always used butter crackers.
Right, to make it like a little buttery, like a little better.
Well, we can't say that nobody ever used saltines, but in the actual recipe, then that's what.
Well, I'm kind of curious to see if Ritz were, because saltines now are cheaper than Ritz.
But
saltines versus Ritz.
but
So if
saltines
you're
are also
trying to
used.
cut out the cost of, for like a bag of apples, which is like $5 or $6, right? Roughly, I don't know. Versus $5 for a box of Ritz.
You're thinking too much.
For the first time in forever.
Well, if you want an apple pie and it's not, and the apples are all bad, because it's like the Depression era, you don't know what's good and what's not. You're selling your apples to make a profit. You don't have apples. And then they're going to upcharge it because it's the Great Depression era. So they're more expensive. Crackers are cheaper. And they're used as, saltines were used as like medicine. Your stomach hurts, eat some saltines. You have pregnancy cravings, eat some saltines. So the buttery crackers are used mainly just for like cooking back then.
How many have had water pie?
Was that just a glass of water?
Yeah.
I don't know that I've had water pie, but I've had vinegar pie.
No, actually, it's a real thing.
I've heard of it, but I've never. I don't think I've had it. I've had vinegar pie, and I don't need to try it again because my wife's family were huge into this vinegar pie. They talked this pie up for years before they finally made it for me. And her dad made it, and he was sick when he made it. So it had way too much vinegar in it. And when I talk about the South Carolina twang I drop, this thing made both your eyes squint. It was bad. It was so I don't ever need to try it again. But I probably would try it again just to appease the wife. So back in the day, they didn't have TikTok either.
Yeah, but we're not back in the day. Back in the day, they didn't have TikTok either.
Yeah.
They had carrier pigeons.
Well, that's why I was just kind of like, I might have to do some looking around to see what the cost of apples were back then. If they were 3 cents and a box of saltines were 2 cents, or you know what I mean.
But that's also a box.
You also got to remember, a lot of times they didn't even have apples. That's why that recipe was made, because there were no apples.
Nobody had apples?
Right.
Nobody had an apple tree?
All the apples were used.
No, because
something about the war effort and
there were,
right. So there were no apples available.
Gotcha. So they sent them. They were okay for the war effort. Gotcha. That makes sense. Ritz came out in 34. Okay, so that makes sense now. Saltines would make the apple pie gravy.
It's not thick enough.
You would need to use the Ritz. Okay. I'm getting it. Back during the Depression, fresh fruit was probably more expensive. Okay. It's making sense now. Now that I'm thinking about for the war effort, there was a lot of fresh stuff that was taken to put towards canning to send over, or just to send bushels of fresh fruit over for the troops. So yeah, I get that. I'm with it. Some weird things poor people ate.
I've been there. I've eaten some weird things. Not as weird as Lee is eating, though.
Water pie is kind of like chest pie, but water is the main ingredient. I do like a good chest pie. Remember the cornmeal pie we made? It was like a chest pie, but it had cornmeal in it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good too. Yeah. How's our stew coming?
It's time to eat.
It's hillbilly thing, Charlie says. I have apples in the backyard. Okay. Look at that stew.
It's coming good.
Soup. Yep. That is a nice pot of soup. You get a picture and then we can spoon it up. Rusty's eager to get out of here.
I got to get to the church and drop off my shoe boxes for the kids in Christmas. Get those things dropped off, and then got to get to my hair appointment, getting my hair cut, because we're having family pictures taken.
Oh, wow.
When? When?
Family pictures are being taken on Sunday. Well, next Sunday. That's the first, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I reckon.
So I got to go. Next Sunday is the pictures, but today is the only chance I'm going to have to get my hair cut.
So James says they didn't have. Where'd it go? Hold on.
Get my thumb in there.
No, it's just chill. I'm not pulling on my phone.
Okay, let me see here. James has got a good point.
Okay.
Grumpy Charlie. Yep. So it's not that they didn't have apples; they didn't have the other ingredients to make a pie.
Okay.
Okay. Good point. Good point. More confused than grumpy. Yeah. Yeah. I'm with it now. I'm with it. Can I just say I really like that big pot. Yeah.
You want to try this, Rusty?
Yeah.
Get on
Oh,
in.
he's been waiting 20 minutes for it.
Get on in.
Soup looks good. Thank you.
Payne, you have to try it too.
I've already had it so much too.
So it is a little more runny because we it didn't reduce enough.
It kept the lid on it the whole time, so the steam didn't have anywhere to evaporate.
Yeah.
It would be better if we had saltine crackers to like.
Hey, oyster crackers would have been great. Is this a mock ham soup? It's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Google, during times of food shortages, people made mock apple pies using ingredients like crackers and lemon juice to mimic the texture and flavor of baked apples. Yep. All right, Tom. I think it's good. We'll try it. We'll have to try it out one day. That the flavor you're looking for, Cubbo?
I think the green beans need to cook a little longer because they're still crunchy.
Okay.
I think they're perfect. The only thing, again, not saying it's bad at all. It's just very, very strong tomato flavor from their juice, and that's the only thing that's. It's not off-putting. I mean, I'm gonna eat the whole bowl, but this has got way too much tomato juice flavor for my liking.
But you don't like tomatoes.
Right. I can eat them cooked and then sauces like pizza sauce, spaghetti sauce, or whatever. But I think this, because it's in that juice form, it's just much stronger tomato flavor than I usually eat.
And it doesn't have the sugar in it that your other sauces have.
Sugar?
Yeah.
Yeah, and ketchup and.
Yeah, ketchup.
Oh,
your
I thought you were talking about
spaghetti
me.
sauce.
I thought you were talking about me putting sugar in my spaghetti. It's like, no.
There's already sugar in the sauces that take down the tomato flavor.
Yeah, this is just really, really strong. If I were to make this myself, this is pretty much the same stuff that we make at home, except for I use chicken broth instead of tomato juice.
Okay.
Dad, do you like it?
I do. I burnt my insides and my eyes started watering.
Yeah, I should have waited for that first bite myself.
Yeah. And once you take a bite and steam's rolling out your nose, and you can't do anything but swallow it, and then you
Pause.
like
Pause.
That's what she said.
That's how you stop from getting what she said. Joke.
Oh, and then it like you feel it all the way down your
Esophagus? That's
all the way down your chest, and then you burnt steam. Yeah.
That's the best part of it, Dad. Telling you.
But normally it's in the crock pot for 4 hours on high that would reduce and make it thicker.
Yeah.
But it's all right. So Tom's making one today. I'll be sending all the naysayers try. Tom, shoot a little video on it, buddy. Shoot a little video on it. Charlie's making a dirt pie.
Like from dirt outside the backyard?
That or chocolate cake.
Oh, from people who couldn't afford crackers, they ate dirt. Ooh. That was a shot at Tom. Yeah.
Charlie's just in a shooting people mood today. Not like shooting people with guns, but like
Roasting.
yes, that's the word.
Oh, so he'll make a video and then he's going to block Charlie from it. Good. Good. So that'd be pretty cool to have like a whole like playlist of videos of this dirt pie or not dirt. this cracker faux whatever pie.
Mock apple pie.
Mock apple pie. Cub, did you get to try the turkey hot brown? No.
The what?
The hot browns we made Wednesday night.
No.
No, she did not. Wasn't home. And then when she got home, they had stopped somewhere to eat, like Wendy's or something. And so then the next day, my wife actually enjoyed it. Of course, there wasn't a chaffle left because she doesn't like chaffles.
I only made enough for me and you anyway.
Yeah, but I ate the rest of it the next day, and it was my cheese sauce, my mornay, mayonnaise, whatever the cheese sauce name was. It broke when I heated it back up, so whatever. It was still good though. I ate it. Does that make you rumphused? Yeah.
Oh, let's swap seats again.
So what did you think of the soup, Cub?
I like it. I don't like it in a Dutch oven though.
Really?
I don't because it's too liquidy.
Oh, so it just needs to stew
Cook
longer.
Yes.
Simmer longer. Yep. Yeah, it just needs to simmer longer.
Take the lid off so the steam can evaporate.
I need it. Is there a shit over there? That way I don't put it on the countertop.
Yep. So that's fine. It does need to reduce. We can get the crock pot out and put it in there and let it go for the rest of the day.
Yes, because it's too liquidy.
Okay. That is absolutely fine. I mean, we tried to make it in an hour. Didn't make it. So, all right. Well, y'all want to send us out of here?
I mean, I reckon. You reckon? I reckon. All right. All right.
Remember, there's 2 rules in cooking.
Did you have fun? Did it taste good? Rock on. You guys are awesome. Stay safe. See you next week.
Later.
Have a great week, guys.
Adios, amigos.
And James, this is a 14 inch outdoor gourmet Dutch oven. It says it's a 14 quart because it's a deep Dutch oven.
Shut up.